That's why nothing works anymore. That's why I've had a headache for 2 weeks. I need some white wire.
What's the difference between the colours?
Just the colour.
Just... Oh.
Why do I feel like you're right on top of me? Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Director at MK Sports. No. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Director at MK Sportscars. Back in the workshop with this, the automatic build. It's been a few weeks, so we thought we'd better give you a bit of an update really. So quite a lot has changed probably since you've seen it last. Bodywork, that's the obvious thing. Lots of bodywork gone on and fitted, but we'll start at the front. So we've got the radiator in, it's just a 42mm alley one. It's only a stock engine, it'll be plenty for that. We've got the little oil cooler here. You think, what's that for? Well, that's for the gearbox that we've done, because normally that's on the radiator system that's on the Mazda itself. All the front end's pretty much buttoned up now. Headlights in with built-in indicators, top and A-arm, bottom A-arms, steering racks. Got to do a geo on it finally. The Mazda uprights, the nice Anken tyres and our AL1 wheels, all fitted on, beautiful. Really impressed with these, love them actually. And then moving into the engine bay, it's got the stock VVT engine in there. So that's the 1.8, they're about 150 horsepower in that region, which works quite well. We've got a couple of things we had to do in here, some resistors, because we're using a stock one. Normally we'd have a little relay, we've got some resistors in for the indicators, because they're all LED. Temporary put in there in a second. We're doing testing on the systems. All the engines detailed, it's all fit in. We've got the throttle cables in, we've got the return for the gearbox for the kick down, we've got brake master cylinders down here, all in with the float levels, indicators as well, all nicely tied in down there. There's a couple other jobs we've got to button up in here, some cables and bits and bobs, and tidy that area. The dot 4 sticker, remember that's compulsory within 150mm. For your IVA, that all works really well. Bulkhead, not permanently fixed, temporary fixed at the moment with the scuttles. You've just finished some other bits. You've got your nice header tank with the new one, guys, if you want to see them, all branded up with the MK logos. And in your battery cover, all nicely done with the MK logos. And don't forget, we've not seen it on here. If you're not, you know, you haven't got a live terminal cover. Yes, you do need one of them for IVA when you're doing for your live terminal. So make sure that's covered as well. And we'll have a couple other bits that we've got to tidy up. Now, front wings, they've all been bonded on. So if you look at the front of the car there, Finny's just going to move round. Front wings, these are the CSRs. Making sure when you do fit them that this edge is level or over the front tyre. As again, that would be a foul because they have a radius test. It needs to be 50 degrees on the rear and 30 degrees on the front from the centre line. So if you're coming up from here, it's 30 and that's 50 to make sure. But if you bolt them flat like this, basically that's level at the top, they cover that hole. It's kind of designed to cover that whole area anyway. So moving through the vehicle, quite a bit more done. We've got the scuttle in. We've got the wiper motor mechanism, which we'll show you underneath in a second actually. Steering column is bolted in now and fixed. We're finishing off the interior section here. This still isn't quite finished with the interiors. This is going to have a full padded tunnel top in here, but these will be riveted in. We've just done the temporary fix, and the cover's being well made and designed for this at the moment, so we'll be doing that to cover up for the lever. And then moving round, rear arches, again they have to comply again with a 30° and 50°, but as you can see they more than less do. Fitted with the Nankang AR1s and the awesome wheels, VR1 wheels, fantastic. Done some testing on these tyres, got to say, on track, impressive. These Nankangs, really good. We was actually somewhere in the region of 2 seconds a lap quicker, just under 2 seconds a lap quicker versus a Toyo R888. So that's saying something. On the back, boot cover has been fitted, but it's off at the moment, just while we tidy up the last bits of wiring, so all the little poppers are in ready. And you've got your full fuel cap here, aluminium one, all anodised black. Remembering that these caps are IVA, you have to make sure, in fact I'll show you if it's on here, you have to make sure that when you put this in, take it out, that the key doesn't come out. It has to stay in there locked. So that won't go in, and then we'll lock it up, put it back in, and that will come out. But it has to do that for IVA compliance. Or failing that, if it doesn't do that, then you have to put a tether on it so that it's tethered to the vehicle. LED light pack, we've got the fog light in here, with a little 3D printed cover with the number plate light. That all complies with IVA. It's got the E marking on it appropriately. And same with the LED mics, like these have got reverse, stop, brake, indicator and your built-in reflector, all in one. Really, you've probably seen it loads of times, but very, very tidy. In the back of the vehicle here, fuel tank's done, diff's done, a couple of bits of the wiring just to finish tidy up, got the resistors in for the indicators that we've put in, and we've got the roll cage bolted in here. It's the roll bar, this is a lower one. We do two heights, we do this height, and if you're a taller gentleman, much taller than me, then we do another one that's about 50mm taller. That again gives you that extra height and security and safety if you're driving it on the track or the road as well. But this one is. But the good news is the boot cover fits all three, so you can have a roll cage, lower roll bar, or a top one, either way. Now moving round, exhaust system's in. We've done a fit on that. We're just going to fit now the cat onto this, because as standard we do decap pipes, and then we'll weld in the cat here. On the VVT you will need a cat that was like this, basically. One for after the cat and one pre-cat, so we'll weld in two bungs for lambda sensors. We have the wires, where are they? There's one and there's two here, so we've got the two here. Two lambda sensors that are going to go in off the vehicle, after cat, and that, otherwise you'll have a warning light up on the dashboard. Exhaust system's all in, manufactured. That's a standard Mazda exhaust manifold, and normally the 2.5s don't have it here, but the Mark IIs have a lambda sensor hole just here, which is actually where it joins in. It's perfect, but on these you don't, so we've got to fabricate that. So all in, air filter's all done, all at the front here, and then nose cone has been fitted, which is over there, but it doesn't matter. And then we make these little fixings here, brackets that go on for the Dazuz fasteners. We've got Dazuz fasteners here, and we've got Dazuz fasteners here, and that makes it for a much quicker release, so you can actually just twist and go, which I'll show you on the nose cone here. Got that, so we bring that around and just show you. So they're the little Dazuz fasteners on the side there. They will pop in and twist, and same as on the bottom, they pop in and twist. So you can actually remove this super quick if you want to check anything, look at anything, adjust your suspension, do whatever, check, maybe get a few bugs out of your radiator and all that. So she's all operational. She does start and run, this particular vehicle. We'll check that now. So key on, we haven't got the dashboard in, but we're bonding in the switches here, but we'll see if she runs. We put it in neutral, put it in park, handbrake on. There she goes. Sounds sweeter than sweet. Beautiful. Engine sounds great, so that's all starting and running as well. So just, yeah, we're getting to the final stages on this now. So the dashboard's here. All the gauges have been bonded in. We're just bonding into this section here, which is to house the dimmer switch and the fog light. So we cut that out. We do that, supply that in part of the kit. So there's a 3D printing thing that just trims it and it looks nice and neat. So your standard gauges, everything else in there. So that's just drying at the moment. That's why it's not in the vehicle. We're into the final fit. Now what we have done, if we move round, Finn's going to follow me round. We fit a heater here, a small one. Custom one with a little heater here. So we've got a little heater that blows down from here. It's got to do the final fix on this, but here and for the passenger, we're running the tubes for these. And then under here, we've got the wiper motor all mounted up, ready for it as well. It gets very tight under here, guys. I will say that when you've got heaters and wipers and everything else, it all gets very, very tight under here with the wiring when you're using the stock management. If you're using aftermarket loom, it literally uses about a third of the wiring, so you get tons more space under here to fit all of the heater. In fact, we normally fit the heater on that side, but we can't on the VVT. It's just too much wires, too much modules, and the ECU and the wiring boxes is just the fuse boxes. It's just too big for space. So that's buttoned up really now. That's getting really, really close. I say the bodywork's done in terms of most of the things. We've just got the bonnet to fit. And then we'll be on with just a few final fixings for the seats and interior seat belts. Then we'll be on with geo on the car, with geometry of the car, making sure she sits right. And then, yeah, it's button it up for IVA. So she's looking good. Let's do a stand back shot, Finn. Do a stand back shot. So, yeah, she looks good. Black on black. You can't really argue with it, really. It looks a great little car. We're cleaning, tidying. All the panels are fitted now. So, yeah, just kind of button it up. So, very, very different build for us. A few little challenges building with an automatic. Quite like the idea of the challenges. The guys have rose to it, as they always do. The team have done a great job and they're bowling through it now. So not far away from its IVA date. Right, that's it this week, guys. I thought taking up probably enough of your time just on this arts. But if you've got any questions or comments, put them below there. We'll try and answer them for you. Or if you want to come and see us at the factory or any of the shows, we've got the NEC coming up at the beginning of November. We'll have the RX-5 there. If you want to see that model, you can come and see it in person. If you can't get down to the factory here, failing that, hook us up, phone call, email, speak to Stephen or Neil in the sales team, and we're glad to support you. That's it for this week, guys. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.